only now the right government is looking at bringing them back in, but it's been pretty much a whole term. So it's pretty much just a pro-life hotline at the moment.
Is abortion actually legal in Brisbane, in Queensland?
If you can prove that it affects the mental or physical health of the woman, which can also be quite difficult to do, especially for rape victims. Not all rape victims are guaranteed that they will get an abortion or that they will be approved of abortion by a GP.
But there's like abortion clinics here, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can't
Like
walk
hidden,
in.
they're hidden.
No, what Eugene has actually given you the facts. That is the case.
That's the law.
That's the law in Queensland. It's actually very, very conservative, and I'm not indicating my view either way.
Yeah, however, if these clinics do exist,
They do.
Can
They
they
do.
go to, can people go to jail for this or what?
There is a girl in Cairns. This is similar. Just before the reforms happened in September, which were only a very minor reform, she went to the Ukraine, brought back in her luggage the RU486, which is a medical abortion. It's a drug which will abort your child. You can sort of do it yourself. You'll need someone to help you. Somehow, authorities found out and she is facing 7 years in prison. This drug is legal in the rest of the world. In the UK, it's quite...
It's not legal in the Vatican.
It's
She's
actually
looking at-
legal in
she's-
Australia, but not for abortion purposes.
Guys, we've got about 7 minutes left.
Cool.
So yeah, she's still looking at 7 years.
Can I just quickly ask, what are the laws interstate?
They vary interstate. They have been, I can't actually give you the full details, but
Well, South
several
Australia-
states have allowed it.
I was to say South Australia is fully legal to have an abortion whenever you want. However, like right up to the 9 months. However, you have to be a resident of South Australia to get an
So you
abortion.
can abort an 8.5 one.
Surely can.
In Queensland, because there's abortion clinics and they give out abortions, but you need to have a doctor's certificate.
2.
The thing is, you can abort in Queensland at 9 months.
Yeah, there's abortion
Yes.
clinics in Queensland abort at 9 months.
It just costs a lot more apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and also you have to go through a process of having 2 doctors say that it affects the mental health of the mother.
It's not as easy
Well,
as just walking to
mental or
your GP
physical.
and getting a medical certificate like you would for an exam.
Really, we had girls that had them in my high school.
Yeah,
I
I-
was handing them out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
but
know
they're
people that
young.
got them and they just said they went in.
Well,
the
there
like,
may well
they
be
just-
investigative journalists.
There are certain circumstances where rape victims have been denied the approval of abortion.
Okay, we'll ask the next question. Show of hands, if you were raped, who would have the baby?
If you fell pregnant after you were raped, would you keep the
That's
baby
no
or would
one.
you abort it? So
No one.
Is
Even
this
if you would have an abortion?
Yes.
You guys said you would never have an abortion though, so you would...
No,
Well, I don't plan on being raped.
This is really only a
I
question.
don't think anyone knows.
They said under the current situation.
Is this a question for the girls only?
Oh no,
it's
men as
guys.
well. Would you raise the baby with your partner if she was raped and it was
Because there's
a
been
baby
cases
that
of
was
this happening.
through that?
I'm not really sure, because that would be such a traumatic experience. You can't really say in advance how that would affect you.
So do we have any unsures? How many would just say yes, they would have the baby? No one? How many unsure? Oh, sorry, one. There's one. Is there anybody that would be unsure? Just not sure. Can you raise your hands?
From the data we collected, we had more males willing to raise either like a girlfriend or whatever rape baby than girls actually willing to.
Because they weren't being raped.
That's interesting data.
Okay, we'll get our next question in. If you were financially stable, say a few years down the track, say you knew your child was going to be heavily mentally disabled, like grossly,
No, not this question.
would you have the baby?
No.
A show of hands if you would have the disabled baby.
If you would.
If
You
would.
would,
yeah.
you
Prepared to raise a child.
What if I told you that? What if I told you that
Whatever.
a child with Down syndrome
That's right.
costs an extra $1 million to take care of? What would
A
it?
year.
An extra $1 million.
Over
Isn't
the
it
life
all
of a child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a lot.
fair
That
bit
doesn't
more.
even matter, it's the quality of life for the
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
And if you find out right at the very beginning, it seems selfish because yeah, it affects you too, but that kid will never have the normal life that you would have had or any other child would have had.
I think it would depend on the level of
I'm talking gross, like
reading.
heavy.